For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone with head men's basketball coach Joe Golding. His team alone in second place in the Southland Conference at 8-2 and 19-4 overall after last night's 75-64 victory over Lamar. Before we talk about the big game on Saturday, let's go back to Beaumont last night. You get a team that's won 3 out of 4. They had scored 87 points on average their last 2 games and scoring about 44 points per half in the last week. And you hold them to 64 points. One of your best defensive efforts, I thought. How did you feel the game went?
Yeah, I thought we were pretty sharp defensively. I was a little concerned about having the week off, the weekend off on the bye, how we would respond. And I knew they would come in very confident and playing well, having 2 road wins. I sat there with you before the game as they were warming up, and I had to get up and leave, as you know, and go to the locker room quickly. I mean, they just have some incredibly talented kids on their roster and team. They're very big and athletic and long. So I thought our guys did a good job. We got beat up on the glass in the second half, and
Offensive mostly.
on the offensive glass, and so we're about to go over there and watch tape and hopefully try to correct that and get better at that. But you got to give credit to them too. They got their front line's really good. And it's kind of when you try to front them or 3-quarter them and not let them get the ball inside,
You're going to give something.
You're going to give something up. Now they're in front of you on the glass, and so but we thought if we played behind them, that we would just foul them all night. So anyways, you're going to give a little bit, but we gave too much. But a lot of respect for Lamar, a lot of respect for Coach Price. That was a really good win for us, playing a team that's playing very confident right now and very well to go into their place. And I thought we controlled the game pretty much the entire time. It was close there at halftime, but then we were able to make a run. And then after the run, we were able to kind of keep it far enough away where it never got too close.
I've told you this a lot of times. I talked to some other coaches in the league, some other broadcasters and SIDs, and the refrain I keep hearing, your team is a tough one to defend because you've got so many ways that you can beat a team on the offensive end of the floor. And you found a little something with Jalen Franklin last night. He had 2 points at halftime. He wound up with a game-high 22. He made 8 field goals in the second half. You found a little something, and it worked. But one of the reasons it worked is because of the threat of some of the other guys, isn't it?
I just think our guys are starting to really understand their roles and understanding that it's fun to win. Winning's fun. And to win at this level, you got to have guys that accept roles, and you got to have guys that are going to be selfless, give up a little bit of themselves to make the team better. I say that in the basketball meaning of, there's nights that they're going to try to take away Ricks. Go back to Corpus; they didn't try to take away Ricks, and he made them pay for it. They weren't going to let us hurt him inside. Last night they decided they're going to take away Ricks and some of our perimeter guys on the outside shooting, and we did a really good job of throwing the ball inside. So I think when you're disciplined, when they take away the outside shots, you can't get frustrated and force things or try to do too much. Where it's same thing inside. If they're taking away the inside, we can't try to force it in there, on occasions and turn the basketball over. Or when you finally get the ball inside, you just go shoot it just to shoot it. I think you have to understand what teams are trying to do to us, and I think our guys are really understanding that. We've been guarded pretty much every way that we can be guarded at this point. Lamar tried to take a little bit of a scouting report, I guess, off SFA and played off Jay Frank a little bit, and that's fine. We've been working on things behind the scenes for that and to be able to counter that in a few different ways, and we showed one of those ways last night. Late in the game, we were able to really spread the floor, and then that allowed him just to go one-on-one. And if you help off of that, Jay Frank's been really good at making the extra pass. But if you don't help one-on-one, we like the matchup with Jay Frank last night. So it's a credit to all of our guys. It's a credit to everybody buying in to offensively what works for us. We've been really good all year at sharing the basketball. We've been really good all year. We have guys that have been consistent scorers, but we have guys that have, when it's their time to step up and it's their time, to go make a play within the offense, they've done that.
What do you always say? Freshmen want to play, sophomores want to score, seniors want to win. And I look at Jalen Franklin, to your point, 2 points against Corpus, but 6 assists and 6 steals.
Yep.
Last night, 22 points to lead the entire game in scoring, and you get the 11-point victory. We talk about the midterm exams. You've won games 8, 9, and 10 here in this 18-game conference season, and now you get another stern test. And when I look at Sam Houston State, one of only 2 teams to beat you this year, they're 10-0 as they come in on Saturday. I see a lot of similarities. They play really good defense. They shoot the 3 well. They protect the basketball for the most part, and they dish out a ton of assists. They share the ball. there are some similarities, aren't they? And that's a terrific team you're going to get Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I think we take that as a compliment. I think we're trying to model ourselves around those types of teams in our league that have been really good in our league for a long time. Hooten's won a lot of games in our league. He's a terrific coach. He's built a great program there. He was the assistant for Coach Marlin when they really had it going. He had to follow that up, and he's done. It's not easy, and he's done a terrific job. Probably doesn't get. I know he doesn't get enough respect for what he's done at Sam Houston State. He's had some incredible teams. Just unlucky for them. SFA's teams during those runs were just a little bit better and crazy good. So, anytime we can get ourselves compared to anything Sam Houston State is doing, that's a good thing for our program. And so we have a tough challenge. They're really good offensively. They spread the floor. They can really shoot the three. They have 4 guys on the floor at all times that can make perimeter shots, and then they have a good inside game. Defensively, that's their trademark. And Coach Hooten's teams have always been very solid on the defensive end. They don't give you anything easy, and they're very good on the glass. So, and then they're hard to turn over. So you don't really get anything easy. Any runouts or anything. So it's again, Southland Conference. I would expect nothing different but than a heavyweight fight. I know our guys are excited, and I know that they'll be ready to go on Saturday. But I know Sam will be too.
If there was ever a time your team needed a home court advantage, it's tonight. It's on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, no question. I mean, a lot of people around here, as we've been building this thing, said, just continue to build the program and win, and we'll come. Well, I think we've done that. These guys have done that. Not we. These guys. This is all about the players, man. They're 19-4. They're 8-2. The best team in the conference play is coming in. It's 10-0. Hasn't lost. We haven't lost a home game yet. And these guys deserve a big crowd. I think it's just. We're so appreciative of the city of Abilene and our students and our community and our faculty and our staff and alumni and everybody that's come out to support us. So far this year, the crowds have grown, but we can do better, And I think if we ever get this thing packed and people come out and support it, I think they'll continue to come back. You and I, since I've been here, I've never heard Moody rock yet, like they said, And so, as we like to say, wake up the bats, that those bats are still up there. I know we're trying to get rid of them, but I want it so loud in there that those bats, get out of that wherever they're hiding and swarm around. So I told the news this, Grant, and I mean this. If there's any families out there or there's anybody in the Abilene community that want to come to the game, they just need to email me. My email address is on the website.
You know how to work it?
And yes.
Remember your password?
Coach Crass will. But we will find a way. I'll pay for them if I have to, and I mean that. If it's 100 people that email me, we'll take care of you. We'll find a way.
Don't let money be a reason.
Do not let money be a reason to not come to the game on Saturday. We want kids in Abilene to come see what Division I basketball looks like. You're going to see a great game with 2 great teams, and I think it's going to be a great day to celebrate a Division I basketball.
Rumor has it President Schubert may lay down the gauntlet and say that he'll dye his hair purple if we get maybe 3,000 fans at Moody.
We did that last time, and we didn't come through. We didn't.
Well, maybe you need to put something up.
We didn't win, huh?
Maybe you need to put something up.
Well, I have.
How about shaved head?
If we win Saturday, I have. Huh?
Shave your head, maybe?
Well, no, but I told her.
You don't comb it anyway.
20, right? And we're getting to 20, but it's going to be a rough month for me.
Well, I'll say this. There have been some great legendary games at Moody Coliseum. It's 50 years old. Yeah. A lot of us talking about it, talking to Tommy Morris, great Wildcat who played back in the 50s in the old Bennett gym days. We can't remember maybe a game that's been any bigger than this one. I know it's regular season. Yeah. There's been more on the line in the Division II NAIA days, but in terms of just big game, this is a big game.
Yeah,
ESPN 3.
Yeah, trust the process. It's the next game on the schedule. All that stuff's correct. It is. It's not going to make or break our season. It's not going to make or break Sam's season who wins Saturday. I know this. It's going to be a great game. You got 2 really, really good teams going at each other, and that's what college basketball is about. And so there should be a bunch of people here that are excited to watch 2 great teams compete against each other. That's what Division I or any college athletics, high school athletics, anytime you have 2 good teams competing against each other, and we're lucky enough to host it.
It's going to be a big day of basketball. The women's game is first, 3:30 p.m. The men's game at 6. You can catch both games on ESPN 3 and the radio broadcast on 98.1 FM The Ticket.